What's up, guys? Welcome back to another off-roading video. So what I'm going to be doing today is a review of my 2017 Tacoma. This is going to be a one-year ownership review. So I bought this truck in August of 2017, and since then I put about 27,000 miles on it, and most of those miles have come from personal, from work, and then a whole lot of time on the trail. So in this review, I'm mostly going to cover ownership of an off-roading perspective, but I will cover other aspects of the truck wherever it's necessary. In the past 12 months, I've been to 20 different off-roading trips with a wide range of different terrains. I've been to Azusa Canyon for mudding and different stuff. I've been there more times than I can count. Same with Cleghorn. It's a fire trail with a ton of different hill climbs and stuff like that. I've been rock crawling in Big Bear, sand dunes in Razor Road, timed racing in California City, testing my top speed in Soggy Dry Lake in Johnson Valley, and exploring Anza-Borrego National Park. And that's just to name a few. My point is, I've been to a lot of places with this truck, so I can give a lot of feedback on its capabilities when it's off-roading. First thing I'll start with is like dealer warranty and perks. So standard warranty is bumper to bumper, 3 years, 35,000 miles. And as with the many dealerships, Toyota is going to give you a hard time when you start lifting and adding aftermarket parts to your truck. So just be careful with that, be aware of it. So far I've only had to pay $100 of diagnostics for a broken traction control. Other than that, everything's been covered by warranty. So I've gotten pretty lucky considering all the abuse I've given this truck. As for the perks, so Toyota offers maintenance for every 5,000 miles. That includes vehicle inspections, tire rotations at 5K, 15K, and 25K, and oil changes at 10K and 20K. Now, Toyota does offer 3 more services at 30K, 35K, and 40K for additional like $329. I decided to pass on that because rotating tires is very easy. I could do it myself, and oil changes are usually cheap, probably like $100. So I decided to skip on that. But that is an option that you have. They also offer extended warranties. Now, I did not get the extended warranty when I first got the truck. I might purchase it now just because of all the different things that I've been doing and the problems that I'm expecting, but we'll see. Okay, next we're going to go over the upgrades that I've done to the truck over the past year. The first thing that I did was a tonneau cover, and that was a priority for me because I do use the truck for work, and when you're able to use your bed as like a trunk space and it locks stuff in there, it's really beneficial for your job. So that was the first thing that I did. I bought the Backflip 4, which is about $1,000, and I'm considering selling it. As you can see on my truck right now, I don't have it on there because when you are off-roading and you're taking a bunch of stuff like camping supplies or ice chests and stuff like that, the tonneau cover can get annoying. So I might put it back on in the future. I might buy an overlanding rack. I'm still deciding that, but we'll see. Next, at around 8K, I bought an Old Man Emu 3-inch lift from my buddy, and I bought some 33-inch Toyo AT tires. And this lift has been great for me. I will upgrade to something with more travel in the future, but for now, it's done great. I have a ton of clearance. I'm really tall, and you can't beat cheap, so bam. Now, while I was lifting the truck, I also replaced the skid plate. So the stock skid plate on mine, I had the really thin one, and I busted mine while I was rock crawling, so I had to replace it. The one that I got was a great replacement. I believe I got it from Toy Tech. It was pretty cheap. I haven't had any problems with it. I've been rock crawling since. I busted that skid plate a ton of times. It doesn't bend, it doesn't crack. It's great. So I really like it. When I lifted the vehicle, one of the things I had to replace was the upper control arms because the stock control arms would rub on the tire as it turned. So to prevent any kind of problems, I just upgraded the control arms. The next upgrade that I did was the pedal commander, and that's personally my favorite upgrade. I consider it the best mod that you can buy for your truck. Now, I'll post a link below of the review that I did of it, and I highly recommend that you watch that because off-roading or otherwise, that's your best mod ever. Next, I installed some cheap ditch lights and some rock lights for show. I destroyed my stock bumper in Vegas, so I had to upgrade to a steel off-road bumper from Fab4. I bought it on Amazon for about $900, installed it myself. Great bumper, I have no problems with it. Next, I'm gonna go over the positives and negatives of owning the 2017 Tacoma. Now, first, we'll start with the positives. So, positives, number 1, great interior and driver experience. I personally hate driving. I always have. But this is probably the first vehicle I've owned that I could drive all day and not get tired of it, which is nice because in my job, I literally drive all day. It's very comfortable inside. It doesn't have too much space in the back seats, but the front seats, I fit. I'm a tall guy, I'm 6'3", and I fit just fine in there. The AC is great, it has great stereo, has Sirius XM, navigation, Bluetooth. This thing is loaded with features. There's additional storage behind the seats for a bunch of gear, so I have like first aid kits, tow straps, air down kits, whatever I need. And the seats fold down for even more storage space. Okay, positive number 2. The TRD Offroad is loaded with off-road features, which makes this vehicle very capable off-road right off the lot. It comes with a rear locking diff, limited slip, crawl control, which can be useful if you're stuck or if you're trying to climb a hill with the assistance of your ABS rather than revving your engine and you know, working it too hard. I've taken my Taco out off-roading while stock, and I can tell you right now, every trip that I've been on, I could probably have taken it stock and it would have been just fine. Now, I did the upgrades out of personal preference because I like to do some pretty raunchy stuff, and I already busted my skid plate, so I wasn't trying to break an oil pan or something. So that's why I upgraded my truck. But if you have a stock vehicle, a TRD Offroad 4x4 is very capable, and you can do a lot of great things and have a lot of fun off-roading with it. So, positive number 3, that would be aftermarket support. Now, when it comes to Tacomas, if you want it, somebody most likely makes it. With the exception of Jeeps, I would say Tacomas probably have the most aftermarket support that you can find in the entire off-roading community. You ask anybody, they know the Tacoma, they know it has aftermarket support, and the resale value on these things is through the roof. Like, I bought mine for $36,000, it's still worth $33,000. That's saying a lot. Okay, next we're going to get into the negatives. So negative number 1, pedal lag. Like a lot of vehicles these days, the Tacoma has an electronic pedal, and that can cause something called pedal lag. It's where you press the gas and the vehicle will take a second or two to actually kick into gear and start accelerating. The 3rd gen Tacoma is horrible when it comes to this, and you ask any Tacoma owner and they're going to say the same thing. The pedal lag is almost a deal breaker for a vehicle like this. But there is one solution, and I talked about it before. It's the pedal commander. It 100% fixes that problem, and like I said before, I'll put a link in the description below. You guys go watch that and you're gonna be amazed at this thing. Negative number 2, the 4-wheel drive shift knob. Now, most vehicles that are 4x4 or the more classic ones have a shift knob that's, you know, an actual lever. You shift it into 4 high, 4 low, you can lock the rear, you can do all these different things. But the 3rd gen Taco has this little dial which can be really annoying if you don't work it perfectly. There's way too many times where I'm holding up the crew on the trail because I'm trying to shift the 4 low or shift out of 4 low and lock my rear. It's really annoying. I've only recently discovered how to exactly do it so that it works 100% of the time, but it's just too fiddly and too big of a problem to deal with. Okay, so negative number 3. In the last year, I've had quite a few issues with my Tacoma that are worth mentioning. Now, a lot of this can be attributed to off-road abuse, but either way, it's still worth mentioning. Now, first, the AC blower motor shorted out when I was at Razor Road in about 110-degree weather. Now, recently those have been recalled and I have to get it replaced again, so that probably explains the issue. Traction control stopped working for some time. I've overheated while rock crawling. I lost oil pressure 2 times on a steep hill, causing my engine to stall. And my buddy with the 2016 TRD Offroad has had similar issues plus more. He's had problems with his AC clutch, problems with CV axles, crankshaft positioning sensors, and plus other stuff. Point is, I've come across a few issues with my Tacoma in the last year. In conclusion, is the Tacoma still an amazing option for a mid-size vehicle? Yes, definitely. The mid-size truck is a happy medium between 2 different styles of off-roading. It has the size and capabilities to do Jeep trails, but it also can pre-run and get sideways like something like a Ford Raptor. And it has the aftermarket support to build a Tacoma to fit any type of off-roading style. That said, I'm curious how the constant off-roading abuse will affect my truck in the future, and I'll definitely be recording more updates as they happen. In terms of competition in the mid-size truck world, is only the Colorado Zr2 until the Ranger Raptor is released. And the 2018-2019 Zr2s, they're durable little trucks with a lot of great features, but they are more expensive than the TRD Offroad, and they are limited for now on aftermarket support, even though that is coming. If you're interested in looking at comparisons between Tacomas and Zr2s, I'll leave a link in the description to a couple videos that me and Carlos from 420 Motors have made together. Now, he drives a Zr2, we both regularly collaborate and make comparison videos, so check those out. So that's my 1-year ownership review of the 2017 Tacoma, and as you can see from the video, I really like my Tacoma. I think it's a great truck, I think it's awesome for off-roading, and I'm really excited to see what I can do with it in the future. Depending on the feedback that I get, I might make a 2nd year or a 3rd year, whatever, we'll see. If there's anything that you guys had questions about that I didn't cover in the video, go ahead and comment that below, and I'll definitely take a look at that and try and get back to you. And other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again in the next off-roading video.